Welcome back to the program, and thank you so much for staying with us. The PDP, Nigeria's perhaps major and biggest opposition party, is in crisis. And when the elders of the party say they won't want to reconcile the party, one man comes to mind in all of this is Senator Alimadu Sharif, the man everybody in the party is looking forward to agree to peace, well, at least because of the National Convention that the McCarthy-led caretaker committee is planning to hold in Port Harcourt on Wednesday. With this National Convention hold or not, have they agreed? And that's the reason why we brought Senator Alimadu Sharif to say his own side of the matter, and so we know exactly where this reconciliation move has gotten into. Where Senator Alimadu Sharif is the former governor of Borno State and has been talking to us on the program. Many thanks for staying with us on the program. But let me quickly, you were saying that you did not have any ambition and intention to become president. But look, two governors have said that you promised them vice presidential candidate, and that you are almost taking over almost all the structures of the party across the states.
With all modesty, I don't know which governor you spoke to. I don't know who told you. I want to categorically tell you that I have never discussed with any governor. In the contrary, every time everybody asks me, I told them I'm not interested. Therefore, the issue of me wanting to be president, picking some governor as running by the publication, complete false.
Because the master plan, according to some of the leaders of the party, is that you want to step down in 2018 and become the party's candidate for presidential slot in 2019 because the party has zoned it to the north. No. And that's your major plan.
Is
that true?
No, that's not true. Let me say this to you, Sean. If the party zoned the presidency to the north, northern Nigeria is a big region. It's not for Ali Sharif alone. And it can never be for Ali Sharif alone. But the facts of the matter is that I have never told anybody anything like that. The problem of the party was that some people wanted certain people outside to come and be a presidential candidate in the party. And I say script that they believe that I will not fall into it. I was reading a newspaper today, one of the dailies. If you see the story, it's like, yes, this is, somebody must have given them insight. The truth about it is that we went for, we postponed the convention only because of the court order. But yes, there are people who are not even our party. That some people are fronting for them in the party to be a presidential candidate. That they felt that with Ali Sharif is not possible.
Who are these people? Who is this major person you're talking about?
No. The thing is that...
because Nigerians are looking at you and they want you to tell them the truth.
Yes, the truth.
I mean, being a two-time governor, being a senator twice, I mean, a lot of Nigerians will be expecting that everything you are saying now is the truth.
It's the truth. But
who is the person?
Let me say this to you, Sharon. If the person did not come to me directly and talk to me, like you, Sharon, if you didn't tell me that this is what you want, you are going through proxies. I have no right to come to the media. Tomorrow you'll get up and say, no, I didn't talk to Ali Sharif, because the truth about it that the person that they are talking about didn't talk to me. Whenever he had the guts to talk to me, when I appear in your television show, and I'll tell you that it's Mr. A and B that they are plotting for.
Because there are also talks that you are working for the ruling APC.
Sean,
that your plans is just to bring down the party.
Let me say this to you. I am one of the founding fathers of the APC. I walked out on a convention venue when we were putting our interim leaders. If I can walk out on a party that I'm a co-founder, because of principles, you must understand what kind of person I am. I was the chairman of board of trustees of the ANPP. And ANPP, ACN, and CPC are what made up of APC today. Therefore, if I can walk out in a convention venue and tell a political associate that no, I will not do it again, then you must know that I work with my principles. When my principles were been.
Because Senator Sharif, a lot of people, someone like Mr. Fanikaude, who stood firmly against your emergence as a chairmanship candidate at that time, will be saying, I told you, Senator Sharif will destroy this party.
No, you see, people likes of Fanikaude, I'm sorry to say this, Sean, I'm not the, I don't talk on television a lot. Like of Fanikaude, who changed the goalpost every day on every matter, are not people that Nigerians should take it very seriously.
You remember
the day that he went and said that I was a Boko Haram, immediately I wrote letter to my lawyers, more than 20 people he sent begging me, please. I said, but you have the audacity to call me, sat down on national television and call me a Boko Haram. Now you have to call me, talk to everybody in Nigeria for me to please. He was sorry.
Is it true that you have links with Boko Haram?
How can I have a link with Boko Haram? Boko Haram killed 3 of my brothers. Tell me in Nigeria which governor lost his brother, same father, same mother to a Boko Haram. When I was a governor of Borno State, within the 8 years, Boko Haram has not taken one local government.
But they say that it was your actions and inactions that caused the emergence of Boko Haram sect.
Boko Haram has been in existence long before. It started from Yobe in Kanama, long before I ever became a governor. But the point is that they could not succeed.
But you know that man, Mohammed Yusuf?
I don't know him. I've never seen him in my life. I've never seen Yusuf in my life until the military arrested him and they invited me to the military barrack to see him. And I asked him in front of the living generals that went to do the operation. General Maina is living there. I asked the man, are you Yusuf they are calling? He said, yes. Why are you killing our people? He said that he's doing a job of a god. I said, are we pagans? So, media is a very powerful institution. And if a wrong impression is carried, have you ever seen me in Channels today? This is the first time I'm appearing in Channels television. Channels is the most popular television in Nigeria. So you can imagine that if I don't speak in media, my own side of the story will never be heard.
All right, just because you saw that man, Mohammed Yusuf, but today now, over 200 Chibok schoolgirls were abducted. And now we're seeing another video. I guess you should have heard that on the news, that a video has emerged about some of these girls, and they are saying that, look, they need to release some of their members that have been arrested by Nigerian authorities. How do you think the government should go about dealing with Boko Haram and these Chibok girls so that they can be rescued safely? Do you think that these members should be released for them?
I honestly, you see, these are security issues. You see, I've been out of government for 6 years. I have no information to any security document. I've left Borno State and I don't know. Then when I was a governor, I would have an opportunity to know in Security Council what are the issues. This Chibok girl, I was not in Borno State when they were kidnapped. Borno State, Chibok was a free local government. I visit them all the time when I was in government. People who are there today, the people who are no longer there, and they are just, the military is now bringing them back. So, I cannot comment on issues like this because the truth about it is that unless you are on ground and know what are the issues, security issues are something that is only the security agencies will tell you what are the problems they are facing. And I will really advise if you can get the Chief of Army Staff or the Chief of Air Staff to tell you what their operations are.
How do you feel when you are linked to this kind of group that has killed thousands of innocent Nigerians?
Well, I feel very sad, but the truth about it is that everybody in Nigeria, everybody in Borno State, where I served for 8 years, knows that I will never be part of any of this.
But what is it that you think you should have done that could have been, allowed this set not to have existed in the first place?
Well, but they didn't exist when I was there.
But shortly after you left, but they were brewing. You said
they were brewing before. You see, I cooperated with the security agencies to stop them from coming in.
But they started under you?
No, they didn't start under me.
But you said you met Mohammed Yusuf.
I said I met Mohammed Yusuf when he
was arrested.
Arrested by the military. That was after the.
But he was gathering his people. He had followers at that time.
But they were.
It was the followers at the end of the day that said from the Boko Haram group.
No, he was the military overpowered him and captured him, and they dispersed. So Boko Haram was wiped out before even I left office. Then suddenly they started reimagine where they're coming from. Only God knows.
All right, let's go back to the issues of the PDP. Are you ready to reconcile with the party now?
Of course, the party is, as long as reconciliation of the party is paramount important to every PDP member. But we will not let PDP to be hijacked by one or two people.
Who are the people?
Maybe Governor of River State and Governor Faishe.
So they are the two major opponents or opposition that you're having right now?
They wanted, let me give them the credit that they are among the people who invited me to the party. But they don't probably, most of them, because we have not worked together, they don't know me. They don't know that I am a very highly principled person. There are certain things that I will never do it in my life. If you ask me to do a job, the very day that I don't want to do the job, I will tell you I will not do it. But if you ask me to do the wrong thing, I will not do it. Because it's a long story. Which,
because now the reconciliation, when Professor Jerry Gana committee met you, what were the conditions they gave you? Because we know that the condition you gave them was that McCarthy committee should be disbanded and that national convention should be called off. But what were the conditions they gave you?
There was no condition. There's nothing like condition they gave me. They came for reconciliation. And I said I was ready for reconciliation. We discussed what are the issues. The issues are that we must return the party to the owners. We must return the party to the owners.
Who are the owners?
The grassroots people. You should be, if you are shown, if you are a member of PDP, if you go back to your local government and win election, they must allow you to be the candidate. Nobody should sit down in Abuja.
But that's not happening right now.
Yes, that was what killed the PDP. That's why they lost the election. Why they lost the election was impunity. Some people will sit down in Abuja while the winner in Ibadan, in Maiduguri, in Kano, of a particular election, he will not be allowed to go in.
But they say this time around, that impunity may be on the one side, but you, according to them, that you have come to use series of confusing court cases, the judiciary, to twist the party, and you're destroying the party.
Let me say this to you, Shaun. You know, when President Buhari made a comment about the judiciary some time ago in Nigeria, a lot of people made a lot of noise. Nigerian judiciaries were one of the finest in the world. But there are very bad ones that are giving bad name to these fine Supreme Court judges, Court of Appeal judges, that their judgments are first class, first in the world. And there are even good ones among the Federal High Court judges. But there are very bad ones who are corrupt. Unless this system remove them, Nigeria will never see a peace.
Really?
Yes. Like Liman in Port Harcourt.
Just a moment, I'd like to pause it because we need to take another breather. And when we return, Senator Sharif is still with us, and I'll be asking him when we return if he will be attending the Wednesday National Convention. That's next. Join us again.